Good morning. My name is Arthur Rafferty, ASNITV. I was listening to a debate by Sam McBride and Eamon Molly about who would take over the DUP if and when Peter Robinson would step down. Personally speaking myself, I think he should step down straight away. Sam McBride's choice was Arlene Foster. But after the way Arlene treated Ruth Patterson, a member of her own party, for speaking her own mind and saying what she thought, the sign of a good leader is to support members of his or her parties through good and bad times, and not to stab her in the back. I have seen members of other parties stepping out of line, but the leaders always stand by them. So I totally disagree with Sam McBride of the newsletter. Eamon Molly's choice was Sammy Wilson. I thought at first he was joking. Sammy as a leader of the DUP would be a total disaster, and how Eamon could even come up with Sammy Wilson leaves a lot to be desired. I thought Eamon had more sense. Wilson, as finance minister, has stumbled time and time again and done nothing but laugh it off. So as a leader of a party, I wouldn't think so. My choice as leader would be Nigel Dodds. Nigel would be a safe pair of hands to run the DUP. And as his deputy, I would put Jeffrey Donaldson, another man with a bit of sense and a cool head. I have met both these two MPs and I think they are in a different league than Wilson and Foster. Now, a bit of trouble at Stormont. I see the MLAs at Stormont are getting into the act like MPs at Westminster with expensive scandals. Surely these MLAs get paid enough without having to break the law and steal the hard-paying taxpayers' money. I think we pay enough with these illegal marches. I hope that that money that has gone missing will be returned to the public purse. Then you have the Belfast City Council paying out large amounts of money to bogus workers. Now, I wrote to the Belfast City Council some months ago about that because I was speaking to one member of the council and he advised me that this was going to happen. But they took no notice of my letter and didn't even take time to reply to me. Then you have that mayor who was warned by other MLAs not to attend the opening at Woodvale Park. But he ignored the advice he was given, knowing the hate that people have for Sinn Féin ARA in that part of North and West Belfast. Because of his stupidity, 9 police were hurt. If he had taken the warning of the other MLAs and sent his deputy mayor, like other mayors have done in the past, there would have been no trouble at all, and no police would have been needed at all. Then for him to come on TV and speak about democracy, that is a joke. There was no justification for him to go there when he wasn't wanted. I noticed that the BBC Nolan show was siding with him. Then you get Barry McElduff, a bitter, twisted little man. I listened to him talking about Castledurg and he made me sick. With men like him, we will never have peace in Northern Ireland. I heard the hatred and the evilness in his voice, yet that is a so-called politician who sits in Stormont. If that is the best we can get as a so-called politician, we are in a bad state. Our so-called Deputy First Minister from the same party as McElduff on radio said, "We are entitled to honour our dead" in Castledurg. Pat Doherty, a Sinn Féin ARA MP, on the Nolan show said that the ARA didn't set out to plant bombs to hurt innocent people. Tell that to the innocent men, women and children who were blown to bits in the Smithfield bus station with a no-warning bomb, and many others no-warning bombs in Belfast. If Castleberg is 2/3 nationalist people, then why was those two bombers going to blow the nationalist town up to kill many nationalist people? Yet these same nationalist people want to honour them as martyrs and hold a parade for them. Of course, this parade was the brainchild of those people who call themselves politicians in Stormont. The quicker we go back to direct rule, the better. Again, we have those incompetent and incommunicado people in the Parades Commission granting permission for more marches where there is sure to be trouble. But sure, our Chief Constable will be all for that, as his police will get plenty of overtime at the expense of the pure taxpayers. I wish someone could tell me what that Secretary of State job is. She would be as well going back to Westminster as she does nothing here. She is like a lion with no teeth. She has no power at all, and she is bossed about by our so-called Chief Constable, the Parades Commission, and our corrupt so-called politicians in Stormont. Also speaking about charities and how they are run. I know about charities myself because I run one and have been doing it for this past 6 years, so I know how it works. But a reporter I was speaking to about large charities in England and Northern Ireland, he mentioned 5 charities to me that the chief executives' take-home pay is £100,000 a year. No, I didn't make a mistake. £100,000 a year. And another, but this time he named the charity the Red Cross. His take-home pay was £180,000 a year. How these chief executives can pay themselves wages like that is immoral. There is no justification for those kind of wages to be paid by a charity. A charity is supposed to help the poor and needy, not wealthy conmen. My charity, ASNI, has money to help starving children, but I will now have to find another way to send it to them. I have no faith at all in those so-called charities at all, and I would advise the public to watch who you give your money to. Anyone who has a story to tell and wishes me to air it can call me. My mobile number is 07715 921137, or I can send a reporter out to get your story. Thank you for watching ASNI TV. I will see you soon. Good morning.